Now, here's your pinpoint weather forecast with meteorologist Henry Grof.
Well, today is officially the first start of spring, but of course, being more specific, it does start at 11:06 tonight, but we'll still count the entire day. And over the next 48 hours, in my opinion, it's really going to be feeling like spring with those swings in our temperatures. Still, as we head into the early afternoon, a little bit cold out there, especially as we take a look at the high mark West Virginia Skycam into downtown Parkersburg, where it's still sitting around 37 degrees. So if you're heading outside, which I mean, with how nice it is behind me, still a good idea to, you'll just need that jacket. We're going to be looking at partly cloudy skies as we continue through the rest of our Tuesday. So nice and quiet, not going to see any snow flurries like we did yesterday. And the main reasoning for that is the positioning of this area of high pressure and the winds. Yesterday we were seeing them come out from the northwest. Now, as they come in from the southwest, that's shutting off the ability to produce any snow off the lakes, and that's why we won't be dealing with any flurries this afternoon. And that is also going to help pull in some slightly warmer air this afternoon. Yesterday we only saw those low 40s. Now as we push through the rest of the day, it gets warmer. We'll look at those upper 40s, getting close to the low 50s. However, keep in mind, those winds aren't really going to be helping us because they're going to be quite blustery, anywhere between 10 to 20 miles per hour this afternoon. We could even see gusts up to 30 miles per hour, so we'll have to factor in those wind chill values. So even though we'll see the 40s in an hour or so, it's still going to feel like we're sitting in the mid-30s. Same case this afternoon. Upper 40s, low 50s. Throw that out, it's still going to be feeling like we're sitting in the low to mid 40s later on today and for that evening commute. So the jacket still going to be needed on the way back home from work. But there is some good news, and that is tonight. We'll drop back down into the lower 40s, so not as cold going into Wednesday morning. In fact, getting a little bit warmer for our Wednesday. This time we'll be into the mid 50s, but like I said before, over the next 48 hours, going to be a little bit of a roller coaster for us. That's because we're going to be looking at a cold front pushing through tomorrow afternoon. So as we do get those 50s, that cold front coming through kicks it out of Zanesville back down to 45 tomorrow afternoon. And for us, tomorrow evening, we're all of a sudden back into the low 40s. Once that front does push through, and then we're seeing those 20s rolling back into the mid-Ohio Valley. So Thursday, not going to be as warm. Highs back into the mid-40s, so there's that roller coaster for us. And even though spring has started, the official growing season hasn't officially started for the mid-Ohio Valley. So we'll see a harsh freeze Wednesday night into Thursday, temperatures into the low 20s. But because that growing season doesn't start just yet, you won't see any frost advisories or freeze warning issues. But if you have any plants out there starting to grow now, should probably keep note of this. But we'll see those 60s eventually return by the time we get into Friday with that chance of rain rolling back in as well, Alexa. Now, while I've been out here for the past half hour, 45 minutes, I've been talking to some of the residents across downtown Marietta, even a person visiting from out of town, and they all have high spirits. So even though we're gonna have to deal with this flood threat going through the rest of the week, a lot of people are ready, getting together. So there's some good news there. We're ready to get through this. Into Harrisville. Assume that there is that threat for a quick spin up tornado. Yep, no tornado warning in effect, but just like the South, this line is still going to be capable of producing that quick spin up tornado. So if possible, living along US 50 in that severe thunderstorm warning, good idea to go into that most interior room. The National Weather Service plays an important role in helping the public stay informed when severe weather strikes. Radar is a great tool when it comes to tracking storms, but an even better tool are our eyes. This is where storm spotters come into play, and the National Weather Service in Charleston will be hosting an event this week for everyone to learn more. And joining us now is meteorologist John Peck from the National Weather Service in Charleston. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
If you can, if you're at home, I would say definitely try to enjoy the snow if you can.
Henry, I have a question for you before we let you go.
Yes.
Is it good enough snow to make a snowball?
I've been trying in the middle of the break.
Yeah.
It's still light and fluffy, so it's a little hard, but
it's good enough.
Not too bad.
Right? It's good enough.
It's not too bad.
Well, today was the statewide tornado drill for both Ohio and West Virginia. That took place this morning. It is a great time to review and test out that safety plan in case a tornado warning or even a severe thunderstorm warning were to ever get issued for your area. And some rule of thumbs when it comes to staying safe during a tornado or severe thunderstorm is to find that safe place in your house. Best rule of thumb is always going to be the most amount of walls around you as possible. So that can include a hallway, closet, can also include the bathroom, but I would put an asterisk next to that because if there is a window in your bathroom, then that is probably not going to be the safest place in your house. So best is going to be that hallway, even that closet, since that will put the most amount of walls around you, and that is always the best idea. And of course, if you have that basement, that is going to be the best place to stay safe during a tornado. You just bring it outside.
Oh, okay.
So that little hole
I don't know if you can see it.
doesn't have to be perfect.
Right there.
Doesn't
Very
have to be
little.
perfect. But
And so tell me how this works then.
well, we'll move over to the graphics. So you're
Okay.
going to be pointing that box. You're going to have it that little pinhole you made.
Yeah.
It needs to be pointing up. So it needs to see the sky.
Oh, okay.
You're going to be looking down through that hole you made.
Oh.
And then that's going to let the sun come through that hole.
Yeah.
So as the moon starts to cover up the sun, you're going to be able to see it through the little pinhole.
Oh, that is so cool. Okay. I honestly would never have thought about using a shoebox, especially because
Yeah.
the glasses are glasses. I would not have put that
That's
together.
all you needed with this
Yeah.
stuff.
It's very
Weather forecast with meteorologist Henry Grof.
Bless you, Alexa. Well, it was a bit of a gloomy start of the morning across the Mid-Ohio Valley.
We
have a snowball now.
Yes, a snowball. Can I
We
feel
want to
it?
thank our chief engineer for bringing that in.
It almost looks fake. Okay, we're gonna throw it at him. You ready?